Peace and blessings, y'all. It's your boy Gerald. It is Friday, the 24th. I think it's 24th. I don't know. Let me look. Let's look. It is, yeah, it's 24th. How you doing? Doing all right? I hope so. Getting ready to step into your weekend. You got to bear with me. I'm starting my day too. Got my morning coffee and already have my game plan for today. So, you're getting ready to step into your weekend. You're assessing your week, sidestep the negativity, which you should be doing, and you're looking forward to the weekend. Congratulations. You deserve to have the peace intended for your life. Because guess what? Ain't no other one. That's right. You get to look at the world only in the viewpoint that you share. And that's divine. It's blessed. And it's yours. So it's very important that you allow yourself time to reflect where you've been, assess where you're going, and have a game plan on how to get there. But it won't make sense unless you have clarity. And the only way you can have clarity is you must be authentic. That's right. You got to have the courage to be you, y'all. Think about it. You possess the experiences and memories unlike anyone else because it's your life. And don't you deserve to fill it with all the beautiful aspects of joy, the things that bring a smile on your face, the things you may have learned? How about this? The things that made you grow, the connections that you may have shared from someone else. You know, each one teach one. That's why we're here. That's what validates your purpose. You're not just here to take up space and take up air and nah. Whoever told you that, I'm not even gonna fill that out. There's a reason why you're here, y'all. But only you can see that when you decide to claim your life. Your life is very important. But let's be realistic. Because I know sometimes we go through things. Yeah, we do. Some are unsettling. Some are downright painful. And it feels like sometimes we're alone. Well, I'm here to tell you, you're not alone. Never was. But until you decide to connect to yourself by forging that relationship, that very important relationship with the Most High. I know Him as my Lord Jesus Christ. You might know Him as someone else. But I know that He created you. He chose your parents. He chose your name. And guess what? He also written or wrote your legacy. So it's very, very important, y'all, that you claim your life. See, a lot of times we allow the environments that's found outside your door to dictate what is found inside you. And a lot of times that gets you hemmed up because it doesn't match up. Things don't play out like you think they should. But little do you come to realize they played out exactly how they were. It just depends on the viewpoint that you share. So don't you think it's very important that you love yourself? You stay grounded. But more importantly, what about that relationship with yourself, your heart? All that is cultivated by having a transparent a transparency with yourself. And that can't be done until you make a conscious decision to connect. See, you'll come to understand, if you do not, that your Creator, my Lord Jesus Christ, He unconditionally loves you. That's why sometimes we go through the disappointments that we go through. It's not to punish you, it's to protect you. I know somebody right now is saying, well, Gerald, I hear what you're saying. And that sounds all good and well and optimistic, but see, right now I'm sitting over here in turmoil. Right now I'm sitting right here with the knowledge of this is my last day at work in a job that I thought I loved, but I got my pink slip. What am I to do? Well, you know how they always say, when one door closes, another one opens. And that sounds all good and everything, but I also believe this. Sometimes there's a window that was always open the whole time. But until you are able to see and understand what you need, that means you got to turn around, y'all, and have that courage, that fortitude within you to declare what you need. That might mean that you may have to say no. You know that word, no. No one likes to hear the word no because they don't get what they want. But when you come to understand that that no does not mean final, maybe it's under review. Maybe that job promotion that you had strived to get for oh so long, that you saw someone else, well, pretty much receive, that you knew was not qualified, was a blessing for you, because you'll come to see that what curtails for that job is not what you wanted to sign up for anyway, and you'll realize you dodged a bullet. Maybe this may be you, where you have this, you're envisioning a relationship with this person who more or less has come into your life like a breath of fresh air, and you automatically see your life being planned out, only to see those desires fall to the side. And you're perplexed right now because you don't understand. It was all good yesterday, but now you realize that the commonality was not from the heart to begin with. So in other words, they were standing in the way of what you needed. But see, it's no surprise. People want what they don't have, and that's just being a human. There's nothing wrong. What's wrong when you see the insight of what's going down and you do not embrace it for what it is? If you're spending 1 second, one moment, one iota of your time, your precious time, without a smile on your face, feeling perplexed inside, feeling like you're alone, I'm here to tell you that's too much time. And it's time for you to look within yourself and get back to you. Get back to number one. And I don't mean that from an egocentric place, because I know the arrogant will automatically say, well, that's what I'm doing, Gerald. No, I'm not talking to them, because they're basing it off of fear. That's the motivation. That's the motivation behind it, because they have a position that they say, well, you know what? If I can't beat you, then, and I damn sure not going to join you, then I'm going to find another route. But it's not for a positive outcome. And what will happen with those people, unfortunately, the agenda that was at hand will turn around and be placed back on them. Because there's no love in that. There never was. Like a cog in the wheel to bring you full circle back to who you are. See, the person that you see in the mirror every day is the keeper of your truths. So therefore, it's very important that you speak it. Speak your convictions to yourself, because guess what? You got to live it. So if you're not taking care of yourself, if you feel that you're in a cycle where you are putting everybody before you and you're left holding the bag, it's time to get back to one. And I know someone's saying, well, Gerald, isn't that being selfish? No, it's being selfless. See, because you got to understand, if you don't take care of you, you can't expect your environment to do it. You set the precedence of what is required. The same. If you're not loving yourself, how can you expect your environment to love you? You set the template. Don't you think you're worth it? If you're running around trying to figure it out, all you're doing is wasting time. It's time for you to be still. It's time for you to allow the healing. What did I convey to y'all? I said, look, the person that you are now is not the person that you were a year ago, 6 months ago. You can't get back yesterday, but you can learn from it. And you're not dead. So guess what? There's wisdom in that. But if you turn around and continue to find comfort in denial, then guess what? You won't grow. You won't make any progress. You become stagnant, and you don't deserve that. That's not your life. I know I'm talking to somebody. Your life shouldn't feel like you're pulling teeth, y'all. If every day you're dealing with chaos, dysfunction, and not peace of mind, see, every day that you come home and you lay your head on that pillow, it should always feel job well done. But most importantly, you should have peace of mind. See, that's something you can't buy, y'all. You'll never find it in the store. All you'll find outside in society is validation for who or what you project. That is why it's important to be authentic. That is why it's important to have a transparent life. I say this because we were given the greatest gift, and that's free will, choice, left or right, up or down. You were given that gift. And so what? So that people don't understand you? So what? So people don't want to have anything to do with you? So what? You got to live you. But guess what? There's always a blessing in disappointment, because guess what? Once again, you have free will. And if it's divinely meant, you got to bear with me, y'all. My mouth is not working. These soup coolers just don't want to work. But guess what? It comes from my heart, and it comes from him. I know this message was for somebody. I know you know it. You're feeling it. You're feeling it all up in here. I'm talking to you. Now's the time to stop dragging your feet. Now's the time to stop looking for a battle. The real fight is for you. What's going on inside you? That little boy, that little girl that has been telling you, stop running away from me. Stop looking for things that you can tap into as a means of escape. That bottle is not going to be the solution. I know I'm talking to somebody. Sleeping around for sport is not going to give you the peace of mind that you think an orgasmic release is going to give. That is nothing but a cheap thrill. And your life is priceless. Stop putting a price tag on your existence. Because until you do, what'll happen is the legacy that is already written cannot come into pass. See, you can't run from you. You can't. No matter how hard you try, no matter if you turn around and say, I'm going to pack up all my stuff and I'm going to start anew over there. Well, guess what? You're still taking you there. And even though the environment may be different, you will soon come to see the same players, the same figureheads will show up. Only thing's different is the face. Don't you think you guys are working? I do. We're in the midst of spring, even though it feels like winter. I know, y'all. I know somebody saying, you, Gerald, what's up with this cold? I'm telling you, I really believe we're going to have a heat wave this year. And you know what's coming? Mr. Mosquito, Mr. Yellow Jacket, Mr. Horsefly. Yeah. See, they're waiting on that. And let's look at your circle. The mosquito, always in your ear. The yellow jacket, just waiting to catch you slipping so they can sting you. And the horsefly, always waiting to land on something to contaminate it, to piss you off. That ain't your walk. That shouldn't be about your environment. The environment that you need starts with inside you. You're worth it, y'all. But that means you have to make a conscious decision to do something different. I know some of y'all right now are saying, well, Gerald, I would love to have a relationship with God. But because of the things I've chose, the actions I've made, I'm afraid that he's going to look at me like, nah, you don't make the cut. Well, what I know, he's a loving God. He's a jealous God too. And that's why sometimes when we go through things, when we feeling like life is chastising us, is to teach you that until you put him first, you can't embrace your rightful life. You'll never get what you need until you put him first. That's how it works. But see, society don't care, y'all. Society has been at war with mankind since the beginning. Because they also know, as long as I can change your perception, I can change the way you do things. That's why media is so dominant now. That's why media is going after our young. Because they know the younger I can get you, the more I can get you to be that customer. It ain't no different. Ain't no different. So it's important, y'all, you make that choice. You guys get ready to go through some major breakthroughs before the summer. Y'all don't, and I know somebody right now, I feel it in my spirit. You realizing that the clock has just started. You're somewhere right now and you know that what I thought was home ain't my home. And I gotta go. There's no peace there. And you're afraid that when you take that proverbial first step to claiming your life, you're going to be alone. Let me tell you something. The devil is a liar. You don't claim that energy. You claim yourself. You place God first in everything you do, and you can't go wrong. Now, yeah, there is a trade-off. I'm not going to sit up here and front. You're going to lose some friends, y'all. You're going to lose them. But then, as you keep stepping, you keep growing, you keep investing in that heart of yours, that priceless heart of yours. And you know what's going to happen? You're not going to worry about the people that couldn't hold down the responsibility called you. You're going to embrace those who can. And then you're going to see who exactly was the distraction, as well as who was the willing participant. Listen, when you took your first breath, they didn't name you victim. They didn't name you martyr. You got that beautiful name to match that beautiful heart, to embrace that profound legacy. But you can't find balance until you claim you. Did you hear what I'm saying? I know I'm talking to somebody. Stop worrying about what you don't have. Look at what you do. And if it's divinely meant for you to have it, you will. See, it's all about what you put in, y'all, is what you get out. But if you don't love yourself first, you'll find out, like so many others, that it doesn't matter what you've acquired, because it doesn't matter. Anybody can live in a museum, but only a certain few can embrace your heart. So I need you to go within yourself. Make this the day that you're going to say, I'm tired of running. I'm tired of seeing. And I've been there, y'all. I've been there. You're looking at a man for almost 15 years, I lost my smile. I'm one of the good ones. And I say that with love because I'm a good dude. I got a big heart, but I love God first. And when you get to that point of view, when you understand that His will be done, guess what's going to happen? Those people that could not. See, I keep trying to tell you, opportunists don't need your help to expose themselves, but it is your responsibility to see it for what it is. Stop scratching your head, rubbing your face, saying, oh, he didn't mean that. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. And if that person's not walking in humility, guess what? They don't see your worth anyway. You're just someone to pass the time. Don't you deserve? Don't you deserve? Come on. That is why you need to focus on yourself. See, when you come to understand and start loving you, you'll also come to understand that the people that are intended to be in your life, guess what? They become a living constant. You'll see them. You'll run past them, and you'll see them constantly evolving. They'll somewhat have a glow about them because you know that unconditionally these people love you. They want the best for you. And that's another thing I want to point out before I wrap this up. Society wants to convince us that we can love without responsibility. You know, it's real easy for us to say, I love you, I love you, I love you, and not have any empathy behind it. But you'll also come to know this. There is a responsibility with that word. Because a person that truly loves you is not saying it because of what's found between your legs or what's found in your wallet. They genuinely love you. So that means if the divine times that you part ways, see, if it's pure, y'all, you can't kill it. It will continually grow. So when someone says, I love you, if it's only temporary, they never loved you to begin with. And you'll come to see that. Claim your worth, y'all. Speak your truth. But most importantly, I want you guys to have a safe and blessed weekend. And I would love to hear from you. Like, don't like. But the point that you allowed me a second in your life is validation alone. God's praying for you. You know who I am. I see your worth. And for that, it helps me discern mine. Guys, look, for those people, you started your day in tears. You may have gotten some news that have shook you to the core. I'm letting you know now. What is happening is setting up your transformation. Just know, as long as you put your higher power, my higher power is my Lord Jesus Christ, in front of everything you do, you will be protected. The moment that you decide to have the courage to be transparent, authentic, will your life change. That means, y'all, no more running. Now is the time to open up that emotional backpack and look at those woes you've been carrying. That's not your life, y'all. You're not an emotional punching bag. You're not nah. Love don't hurt. It only grows. I know that needed to go out to someone. So if you feel like you're in a place where you're not being understood, it's because you don't understand yourself. It's time for you to reconnect with him and watch what he shows you. You'll see. No matter what your situation is, this is not the end all be all. I know somebody right now, I feel it in my spirit. You on the clock. You go to work every day, but you know you on borrowed time because where you call home ain't gonna be your home on Monday. It's time for you to go within. It's time for you to connect. Prayers must go up so blessings come down. And as long as you trust in him, watch what he will do for you. Don't you think you're worth it? I do. I do. But now's the time for you to take accountability for your life, speak your truth, and prepare for your breakthrough. You'll see, y'all. You'll see. You will see. You know what I'm saying? See, the devil's a liar. He loves getting that perception. He wants you to feel broken. He wants you to give up. He wants you to settle. That's what some of y'all been doing. Some of y'all been doing this thing for years of, well, you know what? I'm used to my relationships like a pair of shoes. When I get a scuff, I throw them away. Nah, can't do that. See your worth. See your worth. See your worth. There's only one you, y'all. And we're here to do his work. Love to hear from you guys. Have a blessed and protected weekend. And of course, drop me a line. I would love to hear from you. Stay blessed, y'all. Bye.